Aloha and good morning. Today is a special day to be able to actually think a little. Critical thinking. Remember, the mantra that you want to have is question everything, because you may need to be able to get some of your sanity when you start to question, well, the authoritative view. And I'm not asking you to go ahead and actually look at everything, because you're not going to be able to, because you're not a professional student. But I do want you to be able to look at the videos that are all over the internet on many different theories. Like the Darwinian theory, the evolution theory, the Big Bang theory. Okay, and if we can keep on going, let's keep on going. The theory of relativity, the theory of gravity, the theory of living on a spinning ball, the theory of, well, the space travel that we've done, supposedly, the theory of all the information that we get to be able to understand the heavens, or the celestial bodies that we call planets, galaxies, and this huge place that we live in. But could it be possible that the information that we've been told has some flaws to it, has a few, well, knots in it? And a few knots just means that, well, maybe there's some things that just don't make sense. When you start to get sense, when you clean the body, okay, and you realign the temples right here, then you start to be able to see what you possibly couldn't see before. So the theme of this video is to question everything. And of course, question anything I tell you. Why wouldn't you? You'd want to question anything and everything that basically, well, is supposed to help you in this world, that could possibly go ahead and give you a better existence. So we're going to go down to the waterfall now, and we're going to continue this conversation on question everything. There we go. You can see my pillows in the back. They're getting the sun's plasma to be able to cleanse themselves. And that's something you want to do every day, is put your pillows out in the sun and let the sun do its job. I just got done laying on the ground right here, you can see. And I got my full body sun, and this is something that you want to really do, no matter if you think so or not. And also you want to see if you can grow some food. You can see this is arugula. The arugula, all that. The arugula is something that is not just arugula, but it's live food. Okay, so when you eat live food, what happens is that your blinders start to go ahead and open up. Your blinders. You didn't even know you had blinders. Okay? And one of the things we want to talk about in question everything is to be able to actually know that you can turn up your resonance, your volume that you have, to be able to actually transcribe this beautiful place that we live on. Planet Earth. What a beautiful place. And we live on the green plane, as you can see. It is very green. And it's nice and windy outside now. So we're going to continue this conversation. Remember, question everything. Everything. Religion, politics, money, okay, or what's called the monai. There's hundreds of videos out there for you to be able to, well, cancel your cable subscription, because that's just a waste of money. That's just keeping you busy and distracted. But how would you like to be able to see what some of the other people called revisionists? are making. There's lots of videos out there to be able to help you with your health, wealth, and your happiness. And when you start to get those three magic words, you start to go ahead and get what's called this mysterious word called evolution. And it doesn't mean you came from a monkey. Remember, study all the theories, all of them. Everyone you've been told. Everyone. Okay? So, we'll continue this conversation down at the waterfall. Okay? And we'll get right back into this. Wow, what a beautiful day. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Part 2. And we've got Mr. Hody here. And we're going down to the waterfall. And the waterfall is a place where you can actually be in nature so deep that, well, truth can only be spoken. That's it. Just truth.
You can't handle the truth!
So, I'm blessed right now to be able to actually be able to talk about truth. Hi, babies. Hello. And to talk about truth is to be able to live in a place that I'll come back and see you guys. Hello. Those are my blue and gold macaws there. My other little boyfriends. And this guy's been in our family for about 40 years. He's the same age as me, about 55. And we're going down to the temple. The place where we can only actually speak truth and justice for all. And wow. It is a special place to be able to have this in your backyard because, well, this is like 200 feet from my house here. And I get a chance to go down to the temple with all underground spring-fed water. And this place is truly a temple. It is the Holy Land where I live. And again, I'm so blessed to be able to live here and be able to experience these truths. Look at this pond. Wow. All underground spring-fed water. And covered with, behind me and on top of me, these are guava trees and banana trees and fruit. And if you really did truly live in a paradise, well, you have food everywhere, birds singing, and you have a few special places that you can go to be able to feel the truth and know the truth. So we're entering into the temple right now, and then we'll give a few little rings here. Okay, here we go. And we're coming down to this beautiful, beautiful pool that we put together here. And what a sacred place to be able to actually only speak the truth. And what's the truth? The truth of nature, the truth of the natural laws of life. The truth of, well, what we'd call truth. And part of what we're going to talk about tonight here, or actually not tonight, but today, is the truth that is all around us, but we cannot understand the truth. Okay, we can't understand it. You know why? It's because our eyes do not give us and realize the truth that they need to unravel what we call the matrix. Hey, Hody. He's behind me there. So, when you're in a place like this is a place of high vibration. And I'm going to take my clothes off here in a minute to be able to be a virgin once again, just like it is to be able to, well, be born. So let me put my camera right here. Now, life is very, very interesting. I'm taking my clothes off. Why? Because I can't lie to you when I have my clothes off. There's no way. Tell the politicians that speak to you to take their clothes off. And when they do, what do you think happens? They're going to have to tell you the truth. Right now I have my truth clothes on because I don't have any. I cannot speak a lie. Not only I cannot speak a lie when you don't have your clothes on, but when you have this energy here, this energy makes you so you cannot tell a lie. So today, the interesting information that we're going to talk about is the only way you're going to be able to see the truth is to be able to change your vibration, your energy. That's the connection that your eyes, how to be able to help you with your, well, insanity, your demonic possessions, and those are not what you think. Remember, the parasites that are in the body are controlling our minds. They're controlling our feelings. They're controlling our thoughts. They're controlling our actions like you couldn't believe. So if that was the truth, then, well, what do you think would happen if you disconnect all of those creatures? All the creatures that live within this machine, this body. Okay, so this is what we do up here at the sanctuary. We help people disconnect that volunteer to be able to dry out the body. Dry out the body. And drying out the body is when you actually don't eat any food. And this is something that is very special to do when you're called to be able to actually dry the body out. Because you want to get back your sanity. Your sanity. You didn't even know that you had sanity because it's always been clouded with insanity. And if you don't see the insanity of the planet, then what you're doing is actually being a part of the insanity. Okay? Does that make sense to you? The only way for you to be able to see the insanity is to clean up the body. Clean up this machine. Honor this machine. Rebuild this machine. Rebuild it. It is possible to rebuild the body. It is possible to reset the mind. Yes, it is. And once you see others that have done this magnificent, I call it the great work. The great work of yourself. To be able to disconnect the demonic possession that you don't even know you have. Remember, changing your morphogenic values, changing the way the light or the illumination from the sun comes into your mind and activates your brilliance, your illumination, okay, your activation, or what's called consciousness. Once you start to get some awareness, and awareness means that you're seeing that, well, you know what, maybe it is time for me to clean my body up, and my body is my holy land, and my holy land does need to be cleansed. Yes, it does. Your body, remember, has been gifted to you, has been gifted to myself. This is not who I am. This is my machine. This is what I am in the physical world. In order to play around and lift up leaves, okay, be able to flavor and smell and see, you also have to be physical because you live in a physical world. That is so beautiful. Hi, Bibba. That is so beautiful. The creatures that are here are so beautiful. I don't care if it's an ant. Remember, the bananas and the trees. Everything is a miracle. The water is a miracle. The sun. Oh yes, the miracle of all life. So, in order for you to be able to get more illumination, well, you got to change your fuel that you put in your body. Your fuel. And once you understand that, then, like I said, I have hundreds of videos on YouTube. Hundreds. Take little bits and pieces of what you can understand and put the ideas I call terrain modification into your world. Again, what's wrong with upgrading, enhancing, and optimizing your life? Okay, and that's just the first start. Remember, there is a journey here. It's evolution. You didn't just come to the planet to be, well, a 9-hour sitting in a chair slave that knows how to push buttons and drink a beer every night and be able to be hypnotized by the politics and the government and the system that we're, well, indoctrinated to be able to follow the rules. And of course you have to have rules living on a planet, because at the conscious level that we are right now, you can't give free energy to these people. Because why? It's because there's a lot of karma in the world still. There's a lot of suffering still in the world right now. And the only way I know right now, I don't think I know, but I know, is for you to be able to disconnect the master-slave reality. Not outside yourself, that's not easy to do, but inside yourself. The master-slave reality. Remember, disconnecting the parasites that are making you the slave of the reality that you believe is so real. There is a journey on this planet, and it's to be able to get more light, more illumination, more brilliance. My eyes used to be dark brown before. Okay, I don't know if you can see those real well, but my dark brown shrank down to my pupil, and now I have green in the middle, and I have blue on the outside. Now, I've changed my stars, my DNA. I'm an O positive, brown eye, and my body is physically made to work. It loves to work. It's not too smart. Remember, it's only a brown eye. 2 colors of illumination. And I go over this idea, concepts, and disciplines of your filters in your eyes are what activate the amount of consciousness or awareness or the amount of blinders that your body, mind, vehicle can actually see and translate. You can change your stars, you can change your DNA. Brown-eyed people have red and orange. Those make up brown. 2 colors of light coming in from the sun. Not so much illuminating the mind, but making the body, the lower chakras, red and orange, the lower chakras activated. Survival, sexuality, unconsciousness, which is sin, sorrow, sacrifice, okay, and feeding. This is the typical person that lives on the planet. They have brown eyes and they don't see too much, is because the light will not go ahead and penetrate into the consciousness, which activates the neural nets within the mind, which activates the neural nets within the body. So then you've got the other side of the fence, the blue-eyeds. Remember, the O positives, 80% of the planet, the worker race, or what's called the slave race. Then you've got the opposite of O positive, which is the O negative race. And O positive means, RH positive means you have monkey in your blood, as I do. Okay? At least is what they tell us. And again, question everything. And the ones that control the 80% of the O positive bloodline, it doesn't matter where you're born, it doesn't matter if you're white or black or brown or yellow, it doesn't matter. Remember, it's your bloodline. Just because you're born in Canada doesn't mean you're Canadian. I'm Maltese, even though I was born in Canada. My family's all from Malta. Okay? Does that make me an American to be able to be born in America and I'm from India? No, your bloodline. That's your boundary notification, as you can call it, where you were born or where you took your first breath. So, changing your morphogenic value, okay, changes the filters within your eyes. So the blue-eyed people see 5 colors, red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. 5 colors of illumination. Very mental race, very intellect, not intellectual, intellect race, using one side of the brain. Very smart to be able to memorize information. Very smart to be able to actually follow the mental rules of the system. And of course the brown-eyed people, remember, 2 colors of illumination. 5 colors would be red, orange, yellow, brown, blue, which would be blue up into the upper chakras. And that stimulates this area. It doesn't mean just because you're a blue eye you're smarter, and it doesn't mean because you're a brown eye you're a better athlete. But usually it does. Each of the races, even though I was a brown eye, I was mentally deficient. Mentally. I loved digging holes. I loved working out. I loved doing anything physical. Anything that progresses where I could look back, cutting the lawn, cutting the trees. I spent 3 hours this morning in my garden. Why? Not because my mind said so, because my body loves to be able to do things where I can look back and see what I've done. I have changed my brown eyes to brown, shrank down to the pupil. The blue part is on the outside, and the green is on the middle. So I'm more what's called a rainbow colored eye, and I'm getting equal spectrums from the brown-eyed, physical, the green right in the middle, neutral, and the blue, which is more of a mind-oriented DNA. Now just know that most of the blue-eyed people run the planet. They're O negatives. You can look that up. O negative bloodline elites. They do not have the rhesus monkey, as we're told. RH negative. They're negative for rhesus monkey.
Important reminder: all information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.